Hello everyone, my name is Hubert and welcome to Teach Me channel. Today we'll be looking at 5 back to school tips for GCSE. We are going to break away from our usual cycle of videos, and because it's back to school, I'm gonna give you 5 top tips that will guarantee that you will get the best grade possible. So I'm going to sort of discuss these 5 tips because they're sort of big overarching tips where I got more than 1 point in each one, basically. So, without further ado, let's get started. So first tip number 1 is to set your goals. So this is very important when you're starting your GCSEs or when you come to year 11, you coming back into your year 11 of GCSE, it is very, very important to set your goals. Why are you doing GCSEs? Aside of the fact that you have to, why are you doing this? What do you want to get out of your GCSEs? Do you want to go to the A-levels that you want to go to, therefore you need to get grades to go to those A-levels? Do you want to get into some apprenticeships that you need certain grades for? Do you want to get into some vocational courses perhaps that you need your, 5 A to C grades? There are many different pathways you could be taking. And the very first thing I think is to keep that in mind, because this is what's gonna sort of keep you going through the GCSEs. This is what's gonna motivate you. This is why you are doing this in the first place. So, setting your goals, I think, is very, very crucial indeed. So, how do you set your goals? Now, the beauty of setting your goals is that especially when you're starting in year 10, especially when you're starting your GCSEs, you have a clean sheet. Whatever you've done before, it doesn't matter so much. You could have done terribly in science before, and now, you can go out there, and if you work for it, you can go out there and get A star from sciences, or, grade 9 nowadays. So, that's all possible. Be ambitious with your goals. Really, if you put your mind to something, you can do it. Be ambitious. Don't settle for something that you could potentially settle for. Find the things, figure out the A-levels, and figure out whatever it is you want to do. Figure out the thing that you want to do exactly. The direction you want to go in exactly. The exact A-levels you want to pick. The exact apprenticeship you want to pick. Find something that you will truly enjoy and that will keep you motivated, and go out and do it. It's possible. It is definitely possible. If you put your mind to something, if you keep yourself motivated throughout the whole thing, you can do it. Trust me. So, that's it for setting your goals. Be ambitious, set yourself goals, and go out there and achieve them. Now, that's easy to say, but how do you actually go out and do it? How do you achieve whatever you set out to achieve? Well, that's what the next tip will focus on. So, tip number 2. Work with your teachers. Very important. So, because you have lessons with your teachers, you will regularly have lessons with your teachers, make the most out of them. Don't just sort of sit in the lesson and go in, sit there, done lesson, get out. That's not the attitude to take. Work with your teachers. Make the most out of them. They are there to help you ultimately. Even if that teacher, may not be your favorite teacher. Get the most of what you are given. You have been dealt cards, and get the most out of those cards you have. Get the most out of those teachers you have. So what do I mean by that? When you come into lesson, definitely behave yourself. Try to limit any sort of chatting to your friends. Try to limit sort of disrupting lesson. I know sometimes it's difficult, but it will help you in the long run. It will be worth it. If you sort of behave yourself, participate in lesson. Look, sometimes you may be sort of afraid of getting a wrong answer, putting your hand up and answering wrong. But that's not an issue. If you participate in a lesson, your teachers will appreciate this. Your teachers will definitely appreciate this if you are sort of engaging with their class and you participating, even if every single answer you just gave them is wrong. That's fine. That's a good way to learn, because then the teacher can sort of go over it and explain to you why you got this wrong. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to answer. Don't be afraid to participate. Because again, in the long run, it will work out. Trust me, it will help you so much. Because if the teachers can see that you care, no matter how horrific you might be at your topic, if the teacher can see that you care, they will actually help you. They will, if a teacher likes you and believes in you, then they will make your life so much easier. Now, I shouldn't probably say this, but it may literally translate to them giving you better grades for coursework if they like you. It's a human psychology. It's just the way we work. It may not even be their conscious decision. They just may look better at your work because they like you more. And also, with the practical things, they may be more accommodating. They may help you sort of get extensions for some of your courseworks that you can't make for whatever reason. If you work with the teachers will work with you. Definitely keep that in mind. Also, at the end of a lesson, you can always go up to the teacher and sort of ask them some questions. You can, if something wasn't clear in a class, and for whatever reason you were not comfortable with asking that in front of a classroom, you can always ask that teacher at the end to sort of go over it with you. They may set some time aside you and go over it with you, or they may sort of choose to cover that again in the next lesson. So keep that ongoing conversation with your teacher. They will know what's going on with you, and you will basically have someone there to help you deal with your problems. And now that kind of goes back to setting your goals. If you set yourself a goal, go to the teachers that you get and ask them, you want this and this and this. You want this grade from this, you want this grade from this, you want this grade from this. What advice they can give you. What tips they can give you to get there. And I'm sure because the teachers have been trained to do this, and it's a lot of teachers have a lot of experience, I'm sure they can give you some great advice that you may not even have thought of before. So this is definitely a big one. Work with your teachers. Very big point. Trust me. Another point is to sort out your routine. What do I mean by that? In the summer, during summer holiday, you've been basically all over the place. You may have been staying up super late, playing, Call of Duty, playing Battlefield with your friends, and, staying up super late and waking up really late. And now school starts, so you're gonna have to get up early and get yourself to school. And to give yourself best chance to succeed, you need to be alert in school. So what do I mean by sorting out routine? First of all, sort out your sleep cycle. Very important. So try to sort out that sleep cycle. Try to go to bed early. If you can't go to bed early, wake up. You will probably go to bed late and then wake up tired. And then when you come back from school, don't have a nap, have some coffee if you need to, stick it out to the end, and then you will go to sleep early. You will sleep like a baby, and that's a good start to sorting out your sleep routine. And that will help you down the line, because it will make waking up less painful. It will make everything at school less painful. It will make you have a bit more energy at school, and that will translate to better attention in class. That will translate to a lot of things that will help you so much. Also, by sorting out routine, I mean, when you come back from school, set aside some time to study. Now, I'm not saying go crazy and study hours at the end every single day when you come back. But even if you can set aside sort of about 20 minutes to cover a topic that you struggled with on a given day or even on a previous day, even if you set aside something like 20 minutes, You'd be surprised how much you can cover in those 20 minutes at your own pace. And this will really add up, guys. This will really add up. When you do that every single day, extra 20 minutes every single day, when exam time comes, you will have such a head start. You will have such a head start in your exam revision, and that will almost certainly translate to better results and much less stress, because you will basically have much more covered before you even begin the hardcore exam revision. So definitely sort out a routine. Very, very key tip right here. And with that, because since we're talking about setting time aside to study, let's move on to the next tip, which is all about studying smart. Now, everybody, your parents, even your teachers may tell you, study more, study harder, do more of this, do more of that. But that's, in my opinion, that's not exactly the key. Yes, it would help, definitely. If you study hard, you're guaranteed to have better results at the end of the day. But I don't think that's necessarily the best thing to do. The best thing to do is to study smart. So whenever you do study, you get most out of it. That's the main key here. So that goes back in classroom, that goes back to behaving yourself, to listening to teachers, no matter, how bored you might be, no matter how long, the day was. Just listen to your teachers, work with your teachers, and then you'll basically get much more out of the given lesson than if you, say, kept misbehaving and chatting to everyone around you and things like that. So in classroom, pay attention, that's as far as it goes. But at home, there are so many ways that you can study smart. Like I said, set some time aside to study every day. Little bit, but often. So, like I said, 20 minutes a day, that's a very good start. 20 minutes a day, until you get to the sort of hardcore revision moment to exam where you will need to revise more. 20 minutes a day is a very good start. And figure out, how do you like to study? How do you like to study? So, what do I mean by that? There are many ways to study. You don't have to sit there over the books, going over the books and revising the old school way, essentially. Nowadays, this is 21st century, there are so many ways you guys can revise. One very, very, very good way to revise is YouTube videos. Because, essentially, you can have someone explain the topic to you all over again, and condense that topic to you, and deliver that to you, whilst, you may be tired after school, and I believe listening to someone explaining the topic to you is much lighter on your brain than sort of sitting over the book and reading it over and over and over again. I believe YouTube videos are the way to go. They are much, much, much lighter on your brain, and because they are lighter on the brain, you won't feel as inclined to sort of skip out on a study. So I kind of have to say it here. So this is Teach Me channel. We offer lots of videos on GCSE in math. We offer videos on GCSE and A-level sciences, and some university level biomedical science videos, and some sort of, I call this career building, sort of tips and hints videos, that kind of stuff. So we offer these videos. I try to release these videos daily, so hit that subscribe button, check out some of those videos, see if you like the channel. Because that's why I started it. Because that I truly believe YouTube is the way to go. It's definitely one way to go. Now, having said that, YouTube is not the only way you can study smart. Now, there are other things such as flashcards, you can do that. And flashcards are a good way. Some interactive web pages where you can sort of interact with the lesson. My Maths is an example if that kind of thing works for you. The key here is find something that works for you. Find something that doesn't basically make you hate your life, and you feel like you're getting a lot out of it. So basically, in that 20 minutes, you can achieve so much more by picking the right revision method for you. And that's very key. Study smart, one of the most important tips here. Now, another thing to sort of go with study smart is how do you deal with procrastination? Procrastination is definitely a trap. Now, you may already have fallen into the procrastination cycle. Many people do this where they procrastinate and they feel guilty about it. Then they feel stressed out about the fact that they procrastinated, they haven't covered the stuff. And because they're so stressed and so guilty about this, it makes them procrastinate more. And that's the question I often get. How do I deal with that cycle? That procrastination and stress cycle leading to more procrastination? That's the question I get so often, and I'm going to give you a tip. So, if you find yourself procrastinating in that procrastination cycle, the first thing you need to do is set up a to-do list in a day. Things you want to achieve in a given day. However, the key here is to underestimate what you can do in a day. Give yourself some incredibly easy, very simple study-related tasks to do. Cover a small part of a single topic. And go out and do it. Even if you procrastinate, because you underestimated yourself so much, you will still get that done. With all that procrastination. And you will feel better for it. You will feel better, you'll feel more accomplished, you will feel like you achieved something, and you will feel better. And that's how you start breaking that cycle. On the next day, you do the same. On the following day, you do the same. Once you feel a bit better, you can start ramping things up. You can start adding more tasks to that list, pushing yourself a bit more. And slowly you can dig yourself out of that dangerous procrastination cycle. So that's my sort of bonus tip of how to study smart, how to avoid these traps, procrastination trap, when you're trying to study, when you're trying to get your things done. Now, the final but also important tip is to take a break. You cannot be studying 24/7. You may be saying, I'm gonna get back to school, I'm gonna hit the books, I'm gonna study all the time, study, sleep, study, sleep, and I'm gonna get there. It will not work. You will burn yourself out, and you will make yourself hate school, hate everything you're studying. It will kill your motivation. So, taking a break is very important. And that goes back to sorting out routine and studying smart. Set a time aside for study. That's the time when you study. And you do your homework and you study. Set the time aside for that. And then the rest of the time is your time to do with as you please. And I would advise you, when you take a break, I would advise you to vary things up. Don't just watch TV every day. Watch TV, sure, but don't just watch TV. Don't be the person that only watches TV. Don't just play computer games. Yes, of course, play them, but not all the time. Find some activities that you enjoy, that you truly enjoy, and get involved. Do you enjoy some sports? Sign up maybe to some school club or some extracurricular school club, or even some club outside school that does the sport you like. If you like running, there's plenty of cross-country running clubs. If you like, some martial arts and that kind of stuff, sign up to your local club that does it. And find something that you enjoy. Find some skills that you want to build. Find some passion that you like doing, and that will help you balance off that sort of routine of school and academic studying. Very important. And of course, also give yourself time to do some, lie down, belly up, doing nothing, watching TV, playing games. Of course, do that too. All I'm saying is vary it up sometimes. So, this is it for today, guys. This is the 5 crucial tips when you go back to school for your GCSEs. I hope these tips will help you immensely. They certainly have helped me to get through the school. Definitely give these a try. If this video helped you, and I hope it did, give me a big thumbs up. Again, I do daily math, science, and biomedical science videos. So if that's something you're interested in, hit that subscribe button below. Don't be shy. If you have any questions whatsoever, be it on any topic whatsoever at school, or anything relating to this video, hit up the comment section, give me a question. I'm more than happy, guys, to help you out. I love answering your questions, so don't be shy about that. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate when you guys watch my videos. Thank you very much, and see you next time.